Commander Zaravex 9 was the most feared warrior in the Caltharian Empire. Her reputation carved across 17 star systems in the blood of those who had dared challenge her. Standing 7 feet tall with obsidian skin that seemed to absorb light itself, she commanded the dreadnought Shadowbane with an iron fist that had never known defeat. The Caltharians were a matriarchal species where males were considered inferior, relegated to menial tasks while females dominated warfare and politics. Zara had sworn the ancient blood oath before the Empress herself. No male would ever best her in combat, no male would ever command her respect, and no male would ever lay so much as a finger on her in aggression and live to tell of it. For 15 years that oath had held true, until she encountered Lisa Patterson. The human merchant vessel Defiant Hope had been intercepted in neutral space, carrying what Zara's intelligence indicated were refugees from the recent Terran-Rigelian conflict. Standard protocol demanded inspection, tribute, and safe passage. Assuming, the captain showed proper deference to the Caltharian Empire. Lisa Patterson, however, had other ideas. Commander Vex 9, came the transmission from the small human ship, the voice calm and professional. This is Captain Lisa Patterson of the Defiant Hope. We're carrying medical supplies and civilian refugees to the sanctuary worlds. We mean no harm to your empire. Zara studied the human through the view screen. Average height for her species, with brown hair pulled back in a practical ponytail, and steel gray eyes that showed no fear despite facing down a ship that outgunned hers 50-1. Most males would have been groveling by now, begging for mercy in the face of Caltharian superiority. Human vessel. Zara's voice rumbled through her ship's communication array. You will prepare for boarding. Your cargo will be assessed for tribute to the Empire. Comply, and your deaths will be swift. I'm afraid I can't do that, Commander, Lisa replied, and there was something in her tone that made Zara's warriors shift uncomfortably. These people have suffered enough. They need those medical supplies. Zara laughed, a sound like grinding obsidian. You dare refuse a Caltharian? Commander, are you perhaps ignorant of who I am, little male? I know exactly who you are, Lisa said. Zaravex 9, the Shadow Killer, undefeated in personal combat for 15 years. Victor of the Battle of Keth Prime, destroyer of the rebel fleet at Andorian Junction. And I'm not male, I'm human. There's a difference you might want to learn. The correction struck Zara like a physical blow. In all her years of conquest, she had never encountered a species where males and females fought as equals. The very concept seemed absurd, contrary to the natural order of the universe. Regardless of your species' aberrations, Zara snarled, you will comply or be destroyed. Then I guess you'll have to destroy us, Lisa said simply. Because I'm not letting you harm these refugees. What happened next would be discussed in military academies for generations to come. The Defiant Hope, a converted merchant vessel with minimal armament, somehow managed to evade the Shadowbane's first barrage. Lisa's piloting was unlike anything Zara had ever witnessed. She seemed to anticipate attacks before they were fired, dancing through weapons fire with impossible precision. How is this possible? Zara demanded of her tactical officer. Unknown, Commander. The human ship's maneuverability exceeds all known parameters for vessels of its class. But it wasn't just the ship's performance that astounded Zara. It was Lisa's tactics. Rather than fleeing as any sensible captain would, she was actively engaging, using the Defiant Hope's smaller size and superior agility to strike at the dreadnought's weapon emplacements with surgical precision. She's targeting our guns, the tactical officer reported, disbelief evident in her voice. The human is trying to disable us without destroying the ship. Zara felt something she hadn't experienced in decades, genuine respect for an opponent. This human, this female, was fighting not for conquest or glory, but to protect others. It was a concept so alien to Caltharian thinking that it took Zara several moments to process it. The battle continued for 2 hours, with Lisa gradually wearing down the Shadowbane's offensive capabilities. When Zara's ship finally lay crippled and defenseless, she expected the killing blow that would end her legend forever. Instead, Lisa's voice came through the comm once more. Commander Vex 9, your ship is disabled but intact. Your crew is alive. I could have destroyed you, but I chose not to. Take your people and go. Learn that strength isn't about domination. It's about knowing when not to use your power. As the Defiant Hope jumped to hyperspace with its precious cargo of refugees, Zara stood in stunned silence on her darkened bridge. A human, a being she would have dismissed as a weak male from a primitive species, had not only defeated her but had shown her mercy she didn't deserve. For the first time in her life, Zara Vex 9 understood that there were forces in the universe more powerful than fear or supremacy. The human hadn't asked permission to challenge her worldview, hadn't sought approval to demonstrate a different way of thinking. She had simply acted with a quiet courage that would forever change how the Caltharian Empire viewed both humanity and themselves. The warrior who had sworn no male could touch her had been touched by something far more profound. The realization that true strength came not from conquest, but from the choice to protect those who could not protect themselves. And Lisa Patterson, captain of a converted merchant vessel, had delivered that lesson without firing a single shot in anger.